Today, we're diving into the future of hospitality. And let me tell you, that future really hinges on one big idea: our ability to build a more sustainable and responsible world of tourism. This isn't just some passing trend, it's the new foundation of our entire industry. Hello and a very warm welcome. I'm here to bring you data-driven insights from all around the global hospitality industry. It's a real pleasure to welcome all of you, the students of Europe Hotel School, to this online learning journey. We've designed this program specifically for you, the next generation of leaders, to give you practical, real-world knowledge you can actually use in hotel operations. We're really looking forward to supporting your growth. So let's get started. All right, here's our game plan. First, we're going to unpack tourism's hidden costs. Then, we'll map out a responsible way forward. After that, we'll look at the very real benefits of sustainability, see how to actually put these ideas into practice, and finally, we'll talk about the challenges and what the future holds for us all. Okay, first things first, we have to be honest about a fundamental challenge. The very thing that makes our industry so successful, its growth, has also created some pretty complex problems that, frankly, it's now our job to solve. Look, there's no question that tourism is a global economic powerhouse. It creates jobs, it drives development, it does so much good. But all of this incredible growth, it has a hidden cost. This rapid and, let's be honest, often unchecked expansion has led to some serious damage, environmentally, socially, and culturally. And these are issues we just can't afford to ignore anymore. So what exactly are we talking about here? Well, we're seeing environmental degradation, damage to the beautiful natural landscapes that brought tourists there in the first place. We're seeing social disruption, where the very fabric of a local community gets torn apart. There's cultural dilution, where unique traditions get watered down and turned into a product. And a huge one is the strain on local resources like water and power, often putting local residents at a disadvantage. Acknowledging the problem is, of course, the first step. The next one is to embrace the solution. So let's really dig in and define what a responsible path forward actually looks like. And that is sustainable tourism. At its heart, sustainable tourism is all about one word: balance. It's not about stopping travel, not at all. It's about being so much smarter about it. It means we have to think about the long-term impacts on everyone involved: the visitors who want authentic experiences, the industry that needs to be profitable, the environment we all share, and, this is so important, the host communities who call these places home. We can really break this down into 3 pillars, and they have to work together. First up, economic viability. Of course, businesses need to be profitable, but that profit has to benefit local people for the long haul. Second, environmental protection. This isn't passive. It means actively conserving nature and biodiversity. And third, social and cultural equity. This is all about having a deep, genuine respect for the traditions and the people in the communities we operate in. This quote really sums it up perfectly. You see, it's a dual purpose. It's about protecting the planet and its people, and it's about meeting the changing expectations of today's travelers, who, more and more, are looking for experiences that are meaningful and responsible. Now, this isn't just about doing the right thing, it's also about smart business. When you adopt sustainability, it delivers what we call a triple bottom line payoff. It's a win for people, a win for the planet, and a win for your profits. And you don't have to take my word for it. The data is crystal clear. When we put a sustainable destination up against a standard one, the results are pretty amazing. The sustainable spots, they see way more economic benefit actually staying in the local community. Their environmental health is better, and, this is the big one for our industry, they get much higher visitor satisfaction scores. Let's really drill down on the economic side. When you build a reputation for sustainability, it creates this fantastic ripple effect. It encourages you to hire locally and work with local suppliers. Happy visitors who share your values spend more, boosting revenue. And all of this enhances your brand's reputation, giving you a serious competitive edge. And the benefits go so far beyond the balance sheet. By actively protecting those natural landscapes, we're ensuring the destination is still a place people want to visit in 10, 20, 50 years. It helps keep local traditions alive, fosters a real sense of community pride, and creates opportunities for genuine connection between your guests and the local culture. So the why is pretty clear, right? The case for sustainability is solid. But the big question is, how do we actually do it? How do we take this great theory and turn it into real, meaningful action? Let's get practical. The most important thing to get here is that this is a team sport. It's a shared responsibility. Governments have to create the right rules and incentives. Operators, like hotels, have to live up to high standards. The local communities must have a seat at the table in planning, and yes, even travelers have a part to play by learning about the places they visit. Okay, for you, as the future leaders in this field, here's where the rubber meets the road. Number one, implement eco-friendly practices. Think waste reduction, water conservation, renewable energy. Number two, support local businesses. Source your food, your art, your tour guides from the community. Three, genuinely engage with your host community. Be a good neighbor. And four, educate everyone, your guests and your own team, about why this matters. Let's look at some real-world pioneers. Take Bhutan. This is fascinating. They famously measure their success not by GDP, gross domestic product, but by gross national happiness. For them, tourism is just a tool to achieve that happiness, and it's carefully managed with a high-value, low-impact policy to protect their culture. Then you've got Costa Rica, which has basically become the global poster child for ecotourism. They've built their entire national brand around their incredible biodiversity, and they've proven to the world that protecting nature is actually their single greatest economic asset. And in a place as fragile as the Galapagos Islands, the government had to get tough. They put strict rules in place, limiting how many people can visit and what they can do. It's a perfect example of what we call managing tourism carrying capacity, recognizing that a place has its limits, and protecting it has to be the #1 priority. Now, these examples are incredibly inspiring, but let's be real, the road ahead isn't always easy. We have to be clear-eyed about the challenges we face, while staying optimistic about the amazing future we can build together. So often, the core conflict boils down to this: a tug-of-war between the past and the future. The pull of the past is that desire for quick money, fast growth, no matter the cost. The path to the future demands a different mindset, one that focuses on long-term health and balanced, patient development. So, what's holding things back? Well, there are a few common roadblocks. A lot of travelers still just aren't aware of their own impact. As we just talked about, those short-term economic pressures can be really powerful. In some places, government rules are weak or aren't enforced properly. And, just finding that perfect balance between development and preservation, it's a constant challenge. But, and this is a big but, the momentum is absolutely on our side. Right now, today, we're seeing consumer demand for sustainable options skyrocket. In the near future, technology is going to be a massive game changer. Think smart energy grids and data analytics to manage crowds. And long term, I'm confident sustainable practices will just become the standard. It won't even be a question because the market and government policy will demand it. So, I'll leave you with this question to think about. As you get ready to step into leadership roles in this incredible industry, please remember, you're not just future managers. You are the architects of what comes next. So, what is the one sustainable practice you will champion first? Because your answer, and more importantly, your actions, are going to define the next chapter of hospitality. Thank you.